we are here for the third time, but this time it is for the national championship. We are back with college football 26, Roll to Glory. I am a little sick, but I'm going to try to fight through it, get this video out. As y'all can see us coming out, man, look at the stadium. Jeez. Oh my goodness. So much detail into this game, man. I love it. And as y'all can see, our opponent for the third time of the season, we gotta play the Florida Gators and play against DJ Lagway and the Florida Gators. They have made it to the national championship. They fought their way through the playoffs, fought great teams, and now here they are going against us. Yet again, all or nothing is the mentality that we have.
Looking to throw. It's Lagway. Wide open downfield.
Wow.
Gaining enough for a fresh set of downs. Spotted at the 48. And a player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. After the first play, they're very close to midfield already. Keeping it on the ground here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
So I hope y'all enjoyed the Helldivers video of ODST. I really put a lot of editing in. I was hoping to get it out way earlier than I thought I would. But, you know, things happen. And of course, again, like I said, I'm like sick, man. I'm so sick. And I've just been, you know, trying to get over this sickness. And what are these plays? Holy crap. And they gave me the same plays. They gave me the same plays. Hold on. But yeah, man, we're trying to get these videos out. We got the national championship right now. We got we got tomorrow's video, which is the high school dynasty, and then you already know this Saturday it goes down. The dynasty goes as we got. Hey, this man keep getting hurt. Take him out, coach. Take him out. I get it. It's the national championship, but we would rather for him to get to the NFL than anything. But yes, we got the dynasty starting. We got the dynasty finally here. College football is finally here. Even though, yes, we had last week football. If y'all didn't see it, Kansas State. Kansas State had won against or lost against Iowa in an epic win. Ooh! Oh my God! And I was celebrating. That was kind of hard. That was kind of tough. But yeah, Kansas State ended up taking the L against Iowa State, their rival. Man, that game was actually crazy. Like, it was really back and forth. Like, you could tell college football was back. Everyone was, you know, trying to figure out how to figure each other out. And you know, it was week 0, but you could tell like they were just trying to figure each other out. And you know, it's always going to be a hit and miss for some teams when it comes to week 1 or week 0, you know what I'm saying? So you gotta know how your team is going to be and all that type of stuff. So
Play action here on first down.
come on now, hit him.
Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Here's the second down play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back.
Oh, wow, in my zone, too.
Down the middle, it's Brown. They stop him at the 47, but that's enough for a first down. It's nice execution to pick up the first down. A little curl route hook against the zone.
Yeah, when you play zone coverage like this, it's very difficult to defend this route if the quarterback does a nice job of reading the coverage. I thought he used his eyes there to be able to move the
Oh, it's going over my head. How is bad coverage? How is that bad coverage? It went over my head. It wasn't even intended to my guy.
Take the lead into the quarter break here. So both teams settling in this battle for the national championship through one quarter. Let's check out the game summary. Crucial stage of the game as we begin the second quarter. Is this one going to get out of hand?
I cannot wait for Saturday. I'm not going to lie to y'all, man. I really cannot wait for Saturday. Hopefully everything goes well for Alabama. Don't get me wrong. I want Alabama to win, but I something is telling me that Alabama is going to drop the ball, man. What's the flag on? Go get him.
On the move now. Great cut.
Oh, you lucky son of a gun, boy. I just felt, to me, honestly, I think something is going to go wrong. And then on top of that, we don't have our starting running back now because he's hurt. And, you know, that's just something that I think would not be good for our defense or for our offense. Oh, shit, the block. Oh, thank you. They stepped up. But, yeah, I just think it's going to be bad for our offense because now we got to have to rely on our throwing game, which I think I got full confidence in our throwing game. They got like they got Horton, Bernard, of course, Williams. They got to sit there and stop all them. And for them to get active, it's going to be very, very scary for them. And I think Ty Simpson will tear it up. But for some weird reason, man, I just think something is going to have Alabama literally lose that game. I don't know what it is. But that's just my prediction. But the main game, LSU versus Clemson at Death Valley. LSU lost every time they play. Oh, what a route! Come here. Why did you hit him? Let me hit him. LSU lost and they lost their first set of games ever since they played Florida State twice. They lost to Florida State twice in their first game, back to back. And if I'm not mistaken, it was at the same goddamn stadium, which was in Louisiana. If I'm not mistaken. And then the next year, they lose to freaking. They lose. Wow. Lagway is really going crazy. They lose to USC. I don't know how the heck they lost to USC. I don't know. But they did. They ended up losing. And we was thinking like, oh, okay. They was beating the crap out of USC. Oh, let me fact check this. Let me make sure I'm right. Make sure I'm right. I don't want to be wrong, you know. I don't want to be wrong. As we got scored on. That's crazy. LSU versus Yeah, I was right. So they ended up losing to USC. Please don't tell me they finna go 0-4. If they go 0-4, they first playing their first game, or like they open the season opener. I'm not gonna lie. They lose their season opener, then turn around and lose their
First down.
Looking to throw the football.
Running out of time in the pocket.
they turn around and lose. Let's see. Let's try to find a. Let's find a. Their schedule. So let's say they end up losing, right? They lose to Clemson. I will give them, if they lose to Ole Miss, South Carolina, Bama, and probably Oklahoma. They lose those games. Let's say they don't lose. Let's say they beat Ole Miss, right? They beat Ole Miss because, I mean, technically it's Ole Miss. So, but lose to South Carolina, Bama, and Oklahoma. They need to fire Brian Kelly. They need to fire. They need to fire him. They need to fire him. They need to fire him. That's just me. That's just me being honest. That means Brian Kelly is not the guy for LSU. I don't even know why they ended up hiring him in the first place, but they ended up doing it. So, and then the Texas-Ohio State game. I'm not going to cap to y'all. That is a heavyweight fight waiting to happen. And I ain't going to lie to you. I think Ohio State is going to whoop Texas butt, bro. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Who Texas got? That's going to stop Jeremiah Smith. Be honest with me. Who they got? Now don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. They do have a freshman quarterback starting. Don't get me wrong. That might be the factor. That might be the factor for Ohio State. That might mess them up a little bit. But at the same time, I still think they're going to have the edge over Texas. Now, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Texas still got Wingo as the star wide receiver. I think. Oh, I missed the tackle. I think. I believe in Archie Manning, but at the same time, I don't think Archie Manning can really go against a defense like that, especially with Caleb Downs. Did I say? Yeah, Caleb Downs being the safety out there. I don't think he's gonna try to trick him, because Archie didn't go against Caleb Downs in that defense, which I don't know who all they kept over there as their defense, but I still think. I knew they was going to do a freaking quarterback sneak. I don't think. But I just don't think Texas is going to just walk into the shoe and just beat Ohio State like that. I don't think so. And then LSU, this is going to be a good matchup between the two with Clemson. But I think Clemson might come up. I think Clemson's going to come out on top on that one. That's just my opinion on that game. I think Clemson is going to come out on top. I think Alabama might get. I'm thinking Alabama will get shocked. I think Alabama will get shocked the first game, but they're going to rally up, win a couple of games. But at the same time, this is what I think might happen. If Alabama does end up winning the game against Florida State, the game that I think they're going to lose, the first game that I think they're going to lose is Georgia. Because here's the thing, I was talking to my dad about this last week about the game, about Georgia and the Florida State game. I sat there and said, yeah, Alabama is going to let's say Alabama do win against Florida State. This is what I told him. Alabama wins against Florida State, but they lose against Georgia. Georgia is going to be so locked in to beat Alabama because they need to beat Alabama to get to the SEC championship. But I feel like that's the game that's going to be quote unquote their Super Bowl, and that's just my opinion on it. I think Georgia's going to be so locked in to try to beat Alabama at Georgia to where that's their SEC championship. But ooh, safety, where you at? Yes, sir. But yes, damn, bro, we really, I don't even know why they try to fight to get to the national championship. Look at this, we whooping their ass. We whooped them. This is bro. Who do they think they are, man? Who do they think they are? Who do they think they are? And then we don't even have a good offense. We really got the defense. They got Williams over there. They got Williams, and then that's it. That's all we got is Williams.
First play of the drive now. They'll start from the 32.
But yeah, that's just my predictions of week 1. Bama gets shocked. Oh my goodness, he's just throwing it up now. He's just letting us have it. Pause. Let me think. What I said? Oh, let me backtrack. So if Alabama does beat Florida State, they'll lose against Georgia. But after that, I think that's going to be the loss. Because they're not going to lose to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt just wrote themselves a death wish to play against Alabama. That's just my honest opinion. They just wrote a death wish to play Alabama. They really kind of pissed Alabama off last year, and they're going to be looking to literally destroy Vanderbilt. Like, it's going to be bad for Vanderbilt. It's going to be bad. And I get it. They got Diego Pavier. He's talking all that talk, but I don't think he's going to back it up this time. I'm telling you, it is going to be bad for Vanderbilt. And then after that, I think Alabama should be able to go a couple of games. I think they might drop it against LSU. And then if not, then it'll probably be Auburn. But still make it to the SEC championship to earn their way to the playoffs, which I think Alabama will lose the SEC championship if reached. But will get their chance again in the playoffs. And probably go far at least. At least go far in the playoffs. But I don't think they're going to make it to the national championship. And then the next year, of course, maybe the board will break through, get Alabama a national championship and all that, and, you know, try to at least start his dynasty. But I don't see the board winning multiple national championships here in Alabama. I don't see that. But that's just my prediction. On what Alabama season is going to be. But going back to week 1, official week 1, which this game is pretty much over with, man. We already knew who was going to win, man. Come on now. Y'all can't doubt your boy. Hey, I like the little font there.
Sometimes a team wins a national championship and they just got got hot at the right time. And then there's other times when it's been clearly the best team in college football all year. To me,
But yeah, that's just my prediction. On the game, like the big game, I'll say those are like the big games. The Texas, Ohio State, Florida. All eyes is gonna be on the Florida Alabama game just to see how Florida State gonna do because of how Castellanos. I forgot his name. I think it's Castellanos. He was talking about how they ain't got Nick Saban no more and all that type of stuff. That all eyes is gonna be on that game. I don't know what time. I think that game is at 2:30, so it's right after. It's literally right after the Texas Ohio State game. So, but I think Texas is going to lose against Ohio State. I think Bama is going to get shocked. And then you have LSU versus Clemson, which I think Clemson is going to come out with the win. And that's just my honest opinion on that. But hey, I might be wrong. You know what I'm saying? I might be wrong. But I definitely think win or lose for I would say this: win or lose for Alabama. Alabama is definitely losing to Georgia this year. I'm seeing that. I can see that. That'll be Alabama's first loss. But at the same time, I kind of think that might be their only loss. Honestly. Yeah, they got LSU. I think they play. Do they play at LSU or do they play at home? If Alabama play at home against LSU, they might not lose that game. They 100% might not lose that game. But at the same time, LSU last year when LSU played at South Carolina, they cheated for LSU to win that game. I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't know how anybody else can't say that or don't want to say that, but South Carolina got cheated out of that game at home. They did not want LSU to lose to South Carolina. I don't care what anybody say. I watched that game personally. Not personally. No, I wasn't there, but I was watching it on TV. That call that they did on the quarterback, I think it was like not even a big hit. Like he literally tackled him. The ball was going out of his hands, or like the ball was out like 1 second, and the dude was just tumbling towards him. He caught on to him and fell. I think I vividly remember the freaking play, but I know it was like a bad roughing the passer call. Cause I think the ball ended up getting picked off, and they returned it all the way for a touchdown. And all of a sudden, flags just started coming out of nowhere, and I was like, "What the hell just happened?" And they was like, "Oh, roughing the passer and all." I'm like, "Dog, y'all just cost South Carolina the game." Cause if South Carolina would have carried that momentum, and called me crazy, South Carolina would carry that momentum to play against Alabama at home, and Alabama was at home. Both teams undefeated, or let me think. I think we played South Carolina after Vanderbilt. Even though South Carolina would have been undefeated, I think South Carolina would have beat Alabama. But that's another team that I think Alabama gonna lose to. It's gonna be South Carolina. So I think they'll take two. I think Alabama will take 2 L's in the SEC. Or, well, my bad, 3 L's. Cause I believe they might lose to Auburn. They might overlook. They're gonna probably overlook Auburn this year, and then lose to Auburn at Jordan Hare. And I'm telling you, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad. But I still believe Alabama can make it to the SEC championship, or at least the playoffs, like at least a first rounder at least, and have home field advantage. That will be probably a good thing for Alabama to get that first round. That's why I say they're probably going to make it far in the playoffs, get through the first round, and then of course that you saw what happened last year, where all the teams that got the byes They got the buys and stuff. They got obliterated by the teams that got out of the first rounds. They got obliterated by them, and so I think that's what's going to happen. And well, they didn't get obliterated, but you catch my drift. But unlike SMU got blown out. They did not need to be in the playoffs at that time. I get it. They were a hot team, but they went to Penn State and got drilled, and then turned around, had them play against whatchamacallit. Had them boys play against had Penn State play against Boise State. Boise State wasn't ready, man. Boise State was not ready for a real team. That was the problem. They didn't play real teams. I ain't gonna lie to you. If you don't play real teams, you're just not gonna win the dang national championship unless you're fed the national championship like Ohio State was. Hey, y'all can argue with me all y'all want on that one. Ohio State was fed that national championship. It always happens. Think about it. When the playoffs first started, when it was only 4 teams, guess who was the first team to win? Ohio State. Guess who was the last team to win it? Michigan. Both of those teams don't play anybody in the Big Ten other than Oregon. And Oregon wasn't even in the Big Ten around that time when Ohio State was in the first playoff championship, which they played Oregon. Now, don't get me wrong. Alabama shot themselves in the foot against Ohio State. They could not do anything against Ezekiel Elliott. Don't get me wrong. Ezekiel Elliott was the reason Ohio State made it to that dang national championship. If there was no Ezekiel Elliott, there wouldn't be no national championship for Ohio State at that time. It would have been Alabama winning the national championship against Oregon, because they know dang well Oregon was not finna beat Alabama like that. You saw what happened to them against Ohio State. Then Michigan, of course. Alabama, once again, shot themselves in the foot by making bad calls whole game when we were literally lighting them up. And I mean lighting Michigan up on the outside. And they sat there and shot themselves in the foot and wanted to do a RPO on the play. But the snap ended up hitting the ground. Miro had panicked and freaking took off running when he could have just easily, really, just kept his eye. The thing about Miro, what he could have done on that play was to pick the ball up, kept his composure, never freaked out. Cause guess what? They were so focused on the ball, on getting towards the ball to pick the fumble up, that he could have easily pitched it to Haynes. Haynes would have scored the touchdown, game-winning touchdown. Alabama would have been going to the national championship. Now, they would have played against Washington. Washington was actually a legit good-ass team. But do I think they had a chance against either of the teams? No. They didn't have a chance against Michigan. That was just written for Michigan to win right there. They did not have a chance against Michigan. Did I think they had a chance against Alabama? No, they did not want to have Alabama go to that dang national championship. It would have been another Georgia TCU simulation of Alabama beating the living crap out of Washington. That's just the honest truth. I don't think Washington would have never scored a dang touchdown at all, especially against that defense that they had. They probably would have never scored a touchdown. Anyway, now we get to the first 12-team playoffs, which they're probably going to go to a 16-team playoffs. Now we're at the 12-team. They always do this for some weird reason. They want the Big Ten to win the national championship. And then after that, now the Big Ten probably will make it to the playoffs, but never reach the damn national championship. But I could be wrong. My prediction on who's gonna win the national championship, I got like 3 teams, and one of them is not Alabama. I don't think Alabama gonna win it this year. I don't think Alabama gonna win the national championship. I would love for them to have me eat my words, but I don't think Alabama gonna win the national championship this year. I think they're gonna have a great season though. I'll say that. They'll have a great season, but I don't think Alabama will win the national championship this year. No, I don't think so. The defense is, I'll say this, the defense is complete. I don't think the offense is complete. I don't think offense is complete, but I'll say the defense is kind of complete. But Alabama not winning the national championship. The team that's going to really win the national championship, I think, one, Texas. Even though they're going to take that L against Ohio State, I think Texas will win the national championship. If not them, Notre Dame. And then if not Notre Dame, my bad. Notre Dame lost a lot of people. Hold on, let me go back. I'll throw Clemson in the mix. How about that? I'll throw Clemson in the mix. Clemson for the national championship. So Texas or Clemson. And probably Penn State. Penn State, maybe. That's a high maybe. Penn State. Hey, you know what? Let's throw Colorado. No. Hey, let's not doubt Deion. We'll add a dark horse, a sleeper team. Let's just go ahead and add Colorado to win the national championship. How about that? All right, y'all. Let me stop playing around. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Be a part of the Hidden Kaminari Village. And if you're already subscribed, I want to say I appreciate y'all for subscribing. I hope y'all enjoyed the Helldivers video yesterday. And you know, the little when I say I edited the heck out of that video, I edited that video. Like the only thing I edited was like the intros and all that. There was no need to really like edit the gameplay. I mean, yeah, you got the little Halo music playing in the background. I ain't gonna lie. Rewatching that video of me doing when I did that, it was actually like a great experience. Even though, yes, I'm the one editing it, but like seeing it and seeing how good it went and how good it went with the gameplay, phenomenal. I'm not gonna lie to you. But yes, as you can see, we have won the national championship for college for this road to glory. This will be the last time you will see the cornerback, this cornerback, Octavius Walker, of course, it's me. The next quarterback that the next road to glory that you will see will be the quarterback position, which is CJ Walker playing for Central High School. I had him start as a 3-star. So we're going to be grinding. And quarterback is the hardest position of all time. I'm not going to lie to you on this game. But yeah, that's what's up next for the road to glory. Please be staying tuned for September. I still trying to figure out what is going to be the series-based game. Or if there is a series-based game y'all want to see on the channel, please let me know. I will try my best to find it, buy it, play it for y'all so y'all can have something for September. But I want to make sure that it's only for September, because guess what? September is where I do my Halloween stuff, and Halloween is almost here. October is almost here. The 4th season of Tave of Weed is almost here, y'all. And we got to turn it the freak up. I told my dad, Tave of Weed season 4, or Tave of Weed 4, however you want to call it, is probably going to top last year. But I think I'm going to say honorable mention. The first Tave of Weed it's an honorable mention because, of course, it's the first one. So it was the jump start of everything. The second one would be top 3. The third one would be top 2. And I'm telling y'all, when y'all get ready for Table Wing 4, Table Wing 4 will be number 1. And I'm not kidding with y'all. But enough spoiling, enough teasing. It's your boy Tave. If you're new to your channel, please hit that subscribe button. Join the hidden Kaminari village. I promise y'all, it's lit over here. We will have so much fun. And we just want to vibe, man. That's all we doing, bro. That's all we doing. But if you already subscribed, I appreciate you. I hope y'all having a good day or night or whenever y'all seeing this. I hope it's a good time for y'all. I hope y'all had y'all snacks. Enjoy, relax. It's your boy Tave, and we're out.